Hello, so this is a blog all about living in Kingston and how I found accommodation while I've been living here. My first year I lived in Seething Wells, which is student halls. I met lots of people there and it was great as you didn't have to worry about bills as they're all included in the rent, which leaves your account as soon as your student loan comes in. There's also a university bus service which gets you into town and also into uni, so that was really great and I really enjoyed living in halls. But in my second year it was a bit harder as you have to find somewhere to live yourself. I joined up with a group of friends that I'd made in Seething Wells and we went to Cooper House, which is accommodation services, for some advice because we were completely clueless as to where to start looking. They told us all about headed tenancy, which is private accommodation but the university acts as your landlord, so you don't have to worry of dealing with the landlord directly. This is very popular however and allocated through a ballot system, and we were unsuccessful. So they also told us about the daily vacancy list, which is a list of accommodation updated regularly on student space, but it's also private, but the university makes sure that the landlord and his properties, or their properties, meet a certain standard. There are lots of criteria that they have to meet, and for example providing valid safety certificates, so there's a bit more reassurance. But we eventually found somewhere in our second year through an estate agent. We had to compromise on parking in a garden in favour of living right next to the university, but for us in our second year this was really good. I enjoyed living there, but in my final year I decided to move in with a different group of friends, somewhere quieter, so I'm now living in Surbiton, which is really good. It's quite a bit cheaper than living so close to town, but there is a much longer walk to get there. I've loved living in Kingston, but finding accommodation did seem impossible at times. But you don't need to worry because help and advice is always available through the university. And eventually you will find the right place for you. So if you've got any questions on finding accommodation in Kingston or living in student halls, then please don't hesitate to ask me.